Oh, yeah. What can I say, Chris? What can I say? It's either we sweep or we just lose the series. But we swept these Dead Sox. Oh, to my boy Loopy.
Yep.
Out of Yankee Stadium. Let's do this.
Peace.
All right. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Joe's. Oh, fuck.
Do it again.
What's going on, y'all? This is Joe, and this is the Pinstripe Strong podcast, and I'm actually joined with my co-host Chris.
What up? What up?
Yo, Chris, I was actually pointing toward your chair like you were there.
Well, the last episode, we
got to record together more, but today is April 17th.
Yes.
And the Yankees just finished sweeping the Red Sox out of Yankee Stadium, and they did it in the best fashion possible. And we're going to definitely jump into that. And it's very exciting the way that the Yankees played in this series. It wasn't like we lucked out too much, right? There were some lucky breaks. You need those breaks.
Of course.
But what a series to right the ship. We're 8-9 now.
8-9.
8-9, right?
Just one more win.
And we're back to 9-9, just like last year, right?
500.
Whatever's happening over there in Boston is
none of our concern.
None of our business. Not at all.
Right?
At all. But anyway, one thing I wanted to do here, because there've been a lot of people, and to you guys, whoever is listening to you guys, and we went crazy today. You know, I went crazy yesterday on Tuesday, game 1, Sale against Paxton, which we'll get into. And then, of course, we'll unpack today's game.
Of course.
Mr. Gardy B.
Gardy B.
But yeah, I wanted to kind of throw something, guys. Make sure you guys, if you are listening to this, definitely leave a 5-star review, as it's going to help us grow the podcast the way that they definitely they put it out there for everybody.
Yes.
The more ratings that we get, the more 5-star ratings that we get, the better. And then we can be able to bring better content, more guests, make more episodes, and do all of those things, right? So I wanted to talk about it right here, because there's some people that were nice enough to leave us 5-star reviews, and I'm going to go ahead and take some time and read the 5-star reviews up here. And
show everybody love.
Show everybody love that showed us love, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll go ahead and do that. But the first person here, Doc Booch, gave us a 5-star list. So thank you so much, Doc. He says Joe's is energetic, insightful, and full of passion for the Yankees. These guys give a good breakdown of the games and offer plenty of insight to our favorite team. Keep up the great work, fellas. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you. This was from me. What the hell? Oh, I love this. That's what I put. I love this. Go Yankees. Pinstripe on Pinstripe Show. Good job, Joe.
You're gonna give your own prop.
All right. Back. Your Messiah with a 5-star review says, I really am enjoying Chris and Joe's chemistry. I like how they go in depth about the Yankees and give it to you how it is. No bias. There's a little bias here, Marvin, by the way. I want the Yankees to win.
Thank you, Marvin.
By the way, I really enjoy when they start getting into random stories. We'll probably do that a little bit.
Yeah. Short series, so maybe.
Yeah, so K Money actually said Joe's is my favorite Yankee fan that I follow. As a diehard Yankee fan, I really enjoy his passion, personality, and how he interacts with his fans. His baseball knowledge is high. In general is high. Any fan of baseball will respect Joe's. Will continue to support him in anything he does. Let's go Yankees. Thank you. Joe Randazzo. That's a nice name. Randazzo. Rolls off the tongue, you know what I mean? Randazzo.
Strong name.
Yeah, definitely strong name. He says a 5-star review. He says Joe is the leader of all Yankee fans and has been the de facto captain of the Bronx since Derek Jeter retired. Okay, let's relax. We're just regular fans here, just a regular guy, that just likes the team as much as the next person.
Awesome.
Mr. Mac with Cheese says best podcast from true Yankee fans. He says these guys are having fun while giving you some valid information.
Great.
Never been a fan of the of podcasts, but these guys make it fun. Keep it going, guys. Pinstripe strong.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
So those are some of them there. So definitely go on there on Apple and wherever you can leave a 5-star review and do so, and I'll go ahead and read it for you.
Awesome.
But yeah, Chris, if you guys want to follow us, if you guys have not yet, and this is your first time listening to this, make sure you follow me at Joe's McFly. And
Follow me on Chris McFly28 on Twitter.
yes, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Same at handle, and follow the official Pinstripe Strong Instagram and Twitter page at Pinstripe Strong, and also follow the YouTube page, which is, you can look for me, Joe's McFly. You can see all of the reactions when I do my live streams, where all of that content
updates,
updates, and all of that stuff goes right to that thing. Now, with that being said, let's get started.
Yes.
The first thing that we'll go over, because it is 2019, and of course, and the New York Yankees have their adversity, right? So let's cover the injuries, shall we? Go ahead, Chris.
Let's go. So some injury updates. So if you haven't heard, Greg Bird has been placed on the 10-day injured list with a torn plantar fascia. That's how you say it?
Fascia.
Fascia.
That's surprising.
Yeah, he will be in the walking boot for 2 weeks and then re-evaluated. Now the Yankees expect him to miss at least a month. Yeah, he's. I mean, what can you say? Saturday was the first time it really became a problem, apparently. So they obviously, with his injury history, they had to shut him down right away. Aaron Hicks will remain with the Yankees through the end of the homestand before heading back to Tampa. He feels 100%, and then more running, throwing.
Love hearing that.
And hitting today. There's actually a funny video that he posted. I think it was him. He was working out, and then his brother.
Oh yeah, that was the older video. That was in January, but that's it. Is funny. Joe Hicks is funny as hell, man. I love that guy.
That's hilarious. Let me see. So he's a day or two away from taking batting practice. I got excited when I saw that. Miguel Andujar has increased his hitting and throwing. He's still early in the process, and they aren't much closer to answering surgery or no surgery question than they were 2 weeks ago. So, I mean, I don't know what you make of that. What do you make of that, Joe?
Well, I mean, look, the way that I kind of look at it is just kind of take your time with that, and I don't want to rush him back. So with him, it's nice to see that he is doing that and that he's increasing all of those things. So let's not rush anything, right?
Let's not rush. Now, Della Betances is no longer stuck in Tampa. He's with the Yankees in New York. Nothing new to report, though. He's still early in the shutdown phase following last week's cortisone shot.
Yeah, he's out for a little while.
Yeah. Troy Tulowitzki hit in the cage and did some running on the field today. It's the first time he's done any real baseball activities since landing on the IL. And last but not least, yeah, you have some information on Sevy, right?
Yeah, so apparently Severino came up to New York to have a meeting with Brian Cashman to find out what's going on. Why is it that it seems like there's some miscommunication, which it seems like the Yankees have been, and we'll get into this right now, Chris. I mean,
yeah, we have to.
It seems like it almost feels like a mishandling of injuries, and it's affecting. I feel like something like this could affect the trust between player and organization.
Yep.
Right, and which sucks, bro, because I'd rather get this stuff out of the way first, because this podcast is going to be positive, but we got to get this negative shit out of the way right now, man, because this is something that kind of grinds my gears, bro, because it's like very Metsy, right?
Yeah, very Metsy.
Metsy kind of energy, and I don't like it, where you mishandle injuries. If you guys don't know what that Metsy energy is, it's the Mets will say, oh, this guy, yeah, he just all he did was just sprain his hand or whatever. He just has a bruise. It's just day to day. Then before you know it, 10-day DL or IL. Then before you know it, out 2 months on the 60-day. Then he's out for the season. It's like, whoa.
What just happened?
That escalated quickly in like 3 days.
In 3 days, yeah.
So, but that's not what happened with Severino here, but he just feels like we don't know what's going. Oh, did you give the Sanchez update? I don't know if you did give the Sanchez update, right?
The Sanchez update, as a matter of fact, well, that's good news.
Oh yeah, we'll cover that after because I want to end up
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with
That's
that
good news.
that thing there. So over here it says Cashman said that he is investigating the process that led the Yankees and their ace pitcher not being on the same page about an injury that will sideline him an extra 5 weeks at least.
That's horrible.
Right. So basically, and just to read some of it here, is that Severino was basically at the stadium on Wednesday, and that a day after he met with Brian Cashman, uh, and the team basically try to determine how the right-hander went from seemingly making good progress, recovering from the rotator cuff inflammation that sidelined him during spring training and into the early part of the regular season to being shut down with a significant strain of the latimus muscle on his right side. The Yankees ace said Wednesday that he still is not sure how the lat strain happened and that he believes that it has been there since he was originally scratched from the Grapefruit League start March 5th, which, by the way, Chris, I remember him saying something about his side.
Mm.
Right. If you there was something that they were talking to him about, and I remember him saying something about his side, but they were talking about a rotator cuff,
Yeah,
which is
rotator.
which is kind of weird to me. I'm like, well, what about his side? You guys are talking about rotator cuff. Something's weird there. But Sevy was talking about that. I remember hearing that.
So he was being vocal about it.
He did say it, which is strange how I don't know what happened there. And then it says, according to Cashman, though the MRI exam performed that day showed no issue with the lat, and it was only when Severino was throwing from 120 feet on flat ground on April 8th and didn't feel right that a test showed that injury. And then Cashman says, as you expect, we're walking through the process with the player who Cashman, who met with Severino in the Bronx on Tuesday. I waited for him to come up here. We talked through it from his perspective, which I'm sure he's upset.
Right.
By the trainer's perspective, we'll walk through. We'll walk through it from the physical therapist's perspective, the entire log, what he was doing, the progressions made without complaint. Uh,
Mhm.
Cashman also stressed that he's not upset with Severino and that is confident that the pitcher has been honest with him about his arm, saying medicine is an inexact science.
Right.
So, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, this is another instance which is kind of frustrating. And if it's frustrating for us as fans, you could already imagine for players where things are just kind of seem like they're being misdiagnosed. Another example is like that Judge thing from last year. You remember where they said, "Oh, he's only going to be out 3 weeks or whatever it is," and then he,
And they just kept extending it, extending it,
before you know it,
extending
it's
it.
6 weeks, and then Judge is having to answer questions about it. He's frustrated about it. Don't know
Right.
what's going on there. So they mismanaged that situation with Bird with the broken foot, the OS trigonome or
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
it
that
was.
was another, yeah.
And that was weird. Of course, that's a bone that not too many people even have. So why even look for it? But still, there's a lot of stuff that it seems like the Yankees are kind of they need to change that. Like something needs to happen to change that culture because it can create a situation where how the hell you don't know what's going on. First of all, I know Ellsbury's hurt, but how the hell is he hurt for like this long, bro?
Yeah,
Seriously.
to the point that they just gave his locker to someone else, like,
Yeah, I mean, it's I understand Ellsbury's injury prone and things like that. We're not gonna blame Ellsbury's injuries on the Yankees either, but I mean, sheesh, like how does this happen? Like
yeah.
there's a lot of
Like,
situations there.
and
So
what's weird about it is that it's not like he's doing any, at least to our knowledge, he's not doing any baseball activity. So how is he getting like, what is he doing right now that he's getting all these injuries? Like, meaning like, talking about
yeah.
Ellsbury, like, what is he doing that he's getting that all these things are happening to him without doing any baseball activity? So it's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean it's so I mean that needs to change. Something needs to change in there. Communication, something needs to change because this is ridiculous right now at this point. And now we're basically these are, and of course the Yankees value these assets, right? So they don't purposely want to do this, but it seems like we're botching these kind of situations more and more and more. So
Yeah.
I just don't want to see it anymore. It doesn't look right. It's bad optics, and we just gotta get this straight. And I mean, I know Cashman is like a really organized guy and things like that. So I mean,
Yeah,
uh,
and that's why when I read this tweet, and apologies if I mispronounce your last name, Anthony Riber. He said Cashman said he is investigating the process that led to the Yankees and their ace pitcher not being on the same page about an injury. So he's doing his due diligence. He's checking to see what's going on. Where's the root? Where's the root of the issue?
there's a miscommunication there. So I mean, and with the thing with Dellin also, and it just seems like a lot of
Mm,
these things
Yeah,
reoccurring now. Even stuff with Sanchez last year, right,
yeah,
where he got hurt, and then we're thinking like, what's going on here with Sanchez? And he was sidelined for a bit, and it's like, what's going on? He had this, he ended up having to have surgery after.
yeah.
Um, at the end of the season. So it's like, we just got to kind of fix these kind of things because it's
Clean it
just
up.
not look, yeah. So,
Clean
but
it up.
anyway, I'm done with that stuff, with this negative stuff, because this is a positive podcast, and let's end with positive news when it comes to the
Gary
internet.
Sanchez. So
Yes.
he ran. Brian Hoke tweeted today. Gary Sanchez ran on the field and has been catching from a machine.
Mm.
He is scheduled to take BP tomorrow and believes that he will be ready to play when
Hold on,
eligible on. Uh,
Chris. Your internet is cutting out. Are you connected to 5G? You're cutting in and out. Damn it,
how he's responding.
Chris.
Yeah,
Your internet is cutting out. I didn't hear anything you said, and it sounds like a robot. Are you connected to the 5G?
let me see one sec. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you now. It's just it was
What's the last part you heard?
you said, and that's it. Like the end. That's all we heard.
Oh no. So Brian Hoke tweeted today. Gary Sanchez ran on the field today and has been catching from a machine. He is scheduled to take BP tomorrow and believes that he will be ready to play when eligible on Sunday.
Woo!
Boone obviously wanted to take a step back and not commit to that, obviously. So he says, let's get through today, and then we'll start to map out the plan for the weekend, see when it is. There's no question that we feel good about how it's gone and how he's responding.
All right. I mean, it's good. I like that. I like that Gary Sanchez is progressing. It looks like this is going to be a short stint. Hopefully, nothing else arises. There's no setbacks or anything like that. And Gary Sanchez will be back going up against Kansas City. So that'll be great
Yes,
having our catcher back, getting that pillar and putting that guy in the lineup because he'll make a big time difference.
big time.
Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this podcast. And I'm like real giddy, And first of all, I'm gonna start this Red Sox series by saying I hate the Red Sox. Right? Fuck the Red Sox. But
I despise the Red Sox.
all right, let's go. All right. So um yeah, I mean, this is a great series to unpack. I mean, it is great going from the first game, which was a perfect game, which I went to, and that game was just it was so awesome because I went there, and you know what? Big ups to my boy Batista, who's a friend of the podcast. Batista, you know who you are.
Hello.
By the way, we're gonna be doing some stuff with him. Like we're gonna be able to do some events and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk
Awesome.
about that as we go along for the channel. But this game basically kicking off the series, the 2-game series, right? So these series are kind of tricky, right? Because if you win the first game, there's a lot of pressure on you to win that second one.
For
So
sure.
game one, it was a Tuesday, chilly October night. The place was packed. It was a 6:35 game. I was in there in my seat, sitting next to Batista, and we were just there. And not the wrestler, by the way. And we were and we were there. We were there watching. He had some good seats up in 328. We were able to see everything from up there. It looks really nice. But it did have like an October feel.
I was gonna say that like a playoff type feel.
It did, and we're getting a premier pitching matchup. Sale, Paxton. Paxton's still trying to make up for what's going on, with what happened against Houston. Sale is trying to figure out what's going on with his miles per hour and why he's been getting rocked. He had like a 9 ERA coming into this game. We don't know what's going on there. That's none of my business. But somebody had to put up a shut up in this game.
One or the other.
And we'll talk about Carlos Beltran in a little bit. We will talk about that man.
Oh, yes.
But going into that game, it was like the perfect game. And we have to thank Paxton for that. And I know this is early, but I'm doing it early. I don't care, Chris. He's my Pinstripe Strong performer of the fucking series. I'm sorry. I know it's early. We always do it at the end. He is the Pinstripe Strong performer of the series. Paxton.
Talk about it.
Yes, we will talk about it. So, but anyway, we start the game. Sales throwing 97. Paxton's located. These guys are coming back and forth. Nothing's happening, bro.
It just felt like a battle. It felt like The Rock versus Stone Cold WrestleMania in the beginning, at least. That's how it felt.
It felt good. It felt like a heavyweight matchup. Like, all right, let's go. Both teams are struggling right now. Both teams are trying to find their way. Both teams are going through some sort of adversity right now. Red Sox actually have no excuses because they have their entire lineup, really. And
they're gonna say, "Oh, we didn't have Pedroia."
Whatever. Anyway, we have the AAA Scranton Rail Riders out there, and we need to kind of figure it out. So, I mean, we have in that game the first 3 innings basically is back and forth until the bottom third. And listen to this: Gardy led off with a double. Romine did nothing and flew out. Tachman struck out. And then I said on Twitter, oh my God, Tachman fucking sucks. And everybody made sure, and we'll talk about Tachman
later on in the game.
He said, oh my God, Tachman fucking sucks. We had 2 outs, runner on third. No, I'm sorry, runner on second. When we had runner on second with 2 outs, I'm thinking, oh my God, not another wasted opportunity.
Well, Romine's out was productive. He actually flagged out, and then Gardy moved to third.
He did. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it did not score Gardy at that time. You're kind of thinking these negative vibes. We just came off the series. Exactly. So, remember we talked about this in the last podcast where we were talking about the White Sox in that middle game, building that new identity and learning how to win in other ways with the personnel you have.
Exactly.
Take the home runs when they're there, of course, but we want to make sure that we're able to win in other ways, right?
Absolutely.
DJ LeMahieu, because, of course, an RBI single. Oh, we got to run. And then Judge walks, Voit RBI single, all with 2 outs.
All with 2 outs.
Yeah, all with 2 outs.
And that run was Gardy's 800 runs scored.
Love it. And that was yesterday's game, right?
Right, that was yesterday's game.
Okay, so that was Gardy. He scored that run, and it's 2-zip right there. Now, this is my turning point of the game, Chris, and I don't know if there's a turning point of the game for you.
There is.
Right here, Paxton, of course, comes out and gives us a shutdown inning. He was money all night, but I don't care how dominant a pitching performance is for any pitcher. There's always that one inning, or if he's really on that one inning where he's like, the other team can get to him, right? That top of the 4th inning was the turning point of the game when Betts led off with a walk. Bogarts hit a 2-run short porch homer. Nope. No, he didn't. It was a double. It was a break. It hit the top of the fence and it bounced back. I was in the stands like, oh my God, is it a homer? And if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys go to my YouTube channel and look at the reaction that I put for that game. And I was at the game. I do the whole reaction where I video myself. I even put side-by-side views of like the game and while it's going on. But anyway, that double hit the top of the fence, Chris. Bounced back. It was like a grace of God. It hit like the top thread of the fence and bounced back.
Yep.
I was thinking, oh my God, it's a homer. It's a homer. They reviewed it and seen the fan. I'm like, oh my God. Second and third. Nobody out. It's still a bad situation, but it's better than 2 runs in, nobody out. Out.
Exactly.
That's the break that we needed. Paxton nuts up.
But that's crazy though. He nuts up, but it's second and third, no outs, and then JD freaking Martinez comes up.
Oh yeah, you got the meat of their lineup coming up too. So boom, Paxton comes up and is is able to induce 2 fly balls to right field, but it's not about the fly balls, ladies and gentlemen. It is about the long arm of the damn law in right field.
They
Once
will not test it.
again, and we talked about defense. Yankees had to play a clean game. They cannot beat themselves. Judge is out there saving runs with his fucking arm, bro, and he gets
Gold glove.
those 2 flyouts. Mookie Betts is the one that's on third base, right? He's trying to score on a sac fly because, of course, the sac fly is underrated. Underrated, of course, always underrated. Red Sox would have done anything for that runner on third to score to get the 0 off of the board, and of course, this was the necessary shutdown inning because remember the Yankees just finished scoring in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-zip looks a lot better than 2-1. And at that point in time, he induces 2 flyouts. Judge on the money throws one to the cutoff man, the other one right to Romine at home, right there. Like, there's no way Betts would have made it. I don't even think who's the fastest guy. Billy Hamilton is he even in the major leagues anymore. But anyway,
really? Kansas.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I don't even think he would have made it home. So Judge has that arm, bro, and he is saving runs. I'm telling you, that Gold Glove is coming.
It's coming.
That Gold Glove is coming.
I keep saying it. It's coming.
That to me was the turning point of the game. He saved 2 runs there, and then was able to then K Moreland. Paxton was fired up. He said, "Fuck yes." He was so into it, bro. I loved it. The crowd was just awesome. It was.
After that inning, he came back out pumping 99. But I was like,
he was pumping 99 throughout the game, and I love that.
Yeah.
From the left side, what left-handers come out throwing 99 that are currently in the major leagues like that? Not many. And Paxton was out there fired up. He was ready for the moment, and he showed me something.
Beautiful.
Big Maple is that guy that took that eagle on his shoulder, no problem. And people were worried about, oh, he's talking to a sports psychologist. Oh my God, maybe this guy is another Sonny.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you gotta talk. You gotta talk to it. Maybe he's trying to get out ahead of other things, right? But that was good.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
It's not a problem.
Paxton fired up. Turning point of the game. Zip. Red Sox went from thinking that they had a home run and 2 runs on the board to zilch, nothing, nada in that inning to then go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Clint Frazier, who has been on fire as much as his hair is red, his hair is on fire. That red-headed, beautiful man is just flaming right now, bro.
That's my performer of the series.
Oh, yeah. And that's fine. That's fine. I like that. I respect that. I respect that.
You tight.
I'm happy with Paxton, bro.
No, Paxton's a good choice.
No, Paxton is the choice. I'm sorry because
he set the tone.
He set the tone for the damn series. He was out there
exactly,
and in the beginning of a long, no days off situation for the Yankees. The Yankees don't have a day off until the 29th of April. Okay.
Jeez.
We're on the 17th. Well, right now, as we're recording this, we're on the 17th right now. Yesterday was the 16th. That's a long time and a West Coast road trip. So he did a good job starting that off there. We actually have Clint Frazier home run in the next inning.
See, but it's hilarious how Bogarts literally headed to the same spot.
Yeah.
And if this was last year, that would have gone out.
No, if this was last year, the Red Sox win that game going away, my friend.
Yeah.
Going away. They would have scored 9 runs in that inning.
Yep.
New year, new me. Last year, the Yankees would have lost that game probably, right? Because they can't hit, with 2 outs and things like that. They don't put the bat on the ball. Only relying on the home run, this, that, and the third. And the script for this season still has not been written. We're still writing it as we go along, right? Yep. But still, once again, after the Clint homer, another 2-out rally. Remember we talked about 2-out hits. I think those are the backbreakers. Honestly, those are the ones that really affect the team mentally. Chris Sale's on the mound now. He thinks that he's out of an inning, even though he gave it that solo shot to Clint Frazier. Romine singles. Tachman RBI double to tell me fuck you to Joe. Hello. 4-zip Yankees. Chris Sale done.
I felt like they shortchanged Tachman because he kept running. He didn't stop running, so that should have been a triple. But whatever. He still ended up on third anyway. He ended up on third anyway. So
yeah. So I mean, Taco
That guy was pumped. That guy was pumped.
That guy was pumped. And I love his energy. And I said he fucking sucks. And you know what? I'm more than happy to eat my words, especially after his next at bat.
Oh, yeah.
Because in the bottom of the 6th inning, Chris, Gio Urshela, who's been awesome, and mind you, in the top of that 6th inning, he had an awesome awesome defensive play, bro. Just I got giddy looking at it because I just love great. I don't know, maybe I'm just like a weird guy or whatever it is. I just love great defensive plays. I remember back then, Chris, when we used to when A-Rod was on the team, he was in his prime, he came over, when he would go into that hole, bro, and he would go like into foul territory and grab that, you know, that backhand and come up with that strong arm and gum it. Yo, I used to love that shit.
One of my
not talking about it, giving me chills, Chris. Give me
no, you remember that the fake triple play where he got the grounder, touched third, threw home, they threw back to third, and he tagged out. I think it was Manny. Was it Manny?
The umpire was like, Alex, you can't get the same runner out twice. Come on.
You can't get the same runner out twice.
He's like, oh, okay.
But it was but the fact that the way that he threw
defensive plays
behind the runner,
yes, he did,
without hitting him, it was just amazing.
I love great defensive plays. They get me super pumped up, and if they get me super pumped up and I'm in the stands, you know that they get those guys, the guys back on the field and the pitcher. And everybody gets fired up because of that shit, bro.
Bro, Urshela almost busted his behind. He still threw it. He still made an accurate throw.
My man Chris said Ursula from The Little Mermaid.
Ursula. I call him Ursher, like Usher.
Ursula. Did a great job. And of course, when you have a great defensive play, you then have the next inning and he doubles, right?
That always happens. That always happens, right?
It's always happens. But he doubles, Guardy walks, Romine with a sack bunt, which me and the guy that was sitting next to me, we did not think that he was going to get it down. Because I think last year he had like a situation where he'll try to get it down and he didn't. I was like, he's not going to get it down. Perfect bunt, second and third, right? One out. And then you have Talkman.
Mikey
T. Talkman. Now we talking. 3-run shot. Egg on my face. I'm happy about that. No problem.
Taki.
That was a moonshot. Taki.
Yeah,
Taki.
David Cohen calls him Taki.
Bro, he hit a shot that I'm like, oh shit, it's 7-zip Yankees.
Amazing.
Like, I used to watch Boomer and Carton show and before in the morning. Remember Chris and Craig Carton?
I love Boomer and Carton.
They say, ring dong, the Yankees. And that's who came rolling over the damn Red Sox over Chris Sale, bro. And I hope you guys listening to this are as pumped up as I am because that shit, there's nothing like a Yankee Red Sox rivalry to just get it going, to get the energy pumping, and just I love it, bro. I live for this. These games are playoff games to me. People say, oh, it's only the 16th and 17th game of the season.
Stop it.
Listen here, elderly gentlemen.
Stop it.
Please move away from me, okay? Let me have my energy here because these games are jam-packed and there needs to be a rivalry because that's how it used to be back then, Chris, when it used to be Manny Ramirez on the other side and Pedro Martinez and nobody liked each other. We don't like you. We're not friends, B. We're not friends.
We're not friends.
That. We want to see you crash and burn. We want to see you continue in your 6-12 start, and that's just facts.
Forever.
I had to get out of here. But anyway, the bottom of the 7th inning, because we want to throw Mr. Salt-based salt on the wound, Mr. Glaber Good himself, as you say, Prince of the Bronx, hits a solo shot, Oppo Taco, to make it a nice, even and round 8-0. And of course, that solo shot also completed because Glaber was the last one to join the party. Everyone in the damn lineup joined the hit parade. Yep.
That was the last one. That was beautiful. And Paxton just kept pumping.
Yeah, but while we're talking about all this, Chris, meanwhile, Paxton steamrolling the Sox and demoralizing them with every inning, throwing 99 miles per hour, keeping hitters off balance, locating 8 innings pitch, 2 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk, a hit by pitch, which to me is a plus in my book. Good job. 12 Ks, and Beltran.
Thank you.
You, as I said in my video, you can be my manager tonight if you're going to be telling all of the freaking all of the pitchers the same thing, giving them advice. But Beltran did a great job. He actually sat with Paxton in between starts and told him, "Hey, Papa," you know he said, "Hey, Papa."
Yeah,
you know
he did. He definitely said, "Papa."
Puerto Rican. He said, "Hey, Papa, come me acá. Let's talk." He's like, "Okay, yeah," and then he said, "Mira, you tipping the pitches."
He said it
You
just like
tipping
that.
the pitches. What do you mean? Look, this is what you're doing. Whatever the hell he was doing, this is what you're doing. Blah, blah, blah. Took him under his wing. Boom. Paxton comes out. Look at this. Look at this. Dominating and pitching quick. Chris, he was getting the ball, and before Romine was throwing the ball back, he was already pitching it again.
Yeah, 12 Ks, man. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful, a masterpiece, basically. A masterpiece.
It was a sensational start from him. And of course, Joseph Harvey in to close out the Sox and shut him out.
Joe Harvey is such a nonsense type of guy. Like, no nonsense.
He's not playing. He's not coming in to play these. I'm not here for these games.
No Sonny Gray games and teetering and no. Shut it down.
No, I'm here to shut it down. Hello, take care of business. Let's go. Can we move on? Anyway, but 2 hours, 23 minutes in that game. When do you see a Yankee Red Sox game last that long?
Beautiful.
And he scored 8 runs.
And we scored 8 runs. It was just an amazing game all around. 2 out hits, great defense. I mean, Ursula, come on. Paxton just shutting it down. And actually, Katie Sharp.
Katie Stats. We love Katie Stats.
Katie Stats.
You are a friend of the podcast, by the way. If you want to come on the podcast, Miss Katie Stats, please do, because we need your education. You are the guru of numbers. So please, thank you. So Katie Sharp, make sure you guys follow her. She's awesome.
The Khaleesi of stats is Katie Sharp.
Yes, the unburned.
So she says Yankees 12 plus K and 0 runs allowed versus Red Sox in divisional era since 1969. James Paxton, excuse me, Mike Messina, Andy Pettitte, the only 3.
Another one that she said was James Paxton is the first pitcher in Yankees history, guys.
Beautiful.
With 12 Ks and 2 hits or fewer allowed versus the Red Sox at Yankee Stadium. The old and the new. And we're not only talking about the gods, right? The old and the new.
Yep.
All right. So that's, guys, the Yankee history goes back. We don't even need to talk about this. 27 rings, and we don't even talk about 27 rings, but it goes back. There's been a lot of really great pitchers in the history of Yankee, of just the Yankees, right?
Ron
For him
Guidry,
to do this is
Whitey
crazy.
Ford. It's a long history.
Exactly. Oh, we didn't even mention, guys, the corresponding move for Bird was Mr. Mike Ford was called up. So
hello, Mike Ford. He's been killing it in the
numbers
minors.
Don't lie. Check the scoreboard. Mike Ford. Mike Ford. Anyway, I want to see Mike Ford. I hope he does good. He hasn't played yet, but hopefully we get to see him in some action. He almost pinch hit today, but
he looked brolic, like he was strong.
He does. But 2 hours, 23 minutes for this game. That was crazy. And it's because of Paxton. And what I really love about Paxton and what just his mentality, while a lot of pitchers right now, he'll get the strikeouts. Well, a lot of pitchers want to waste these pitches. And he says that he wants to get you out in 1 or 2 pitches. I love that. I think that's the Mariano Rivera mentality where he's not wasting pitches. He's trying to save pitches to go deeper in games. I love that. I think that's an ace kind of mentality. And you are my Pinstripe Strong performer of the series. Congratulations.
Congrats,
Mr. James Paxton, Big Maple himself.
J-Pax, let's go.
Game 2. And we started this game, good feelings, but I know this because just reading Twitter, talking to you, Chris, talking to different Yankee fans that I, that I speak to on a normal basis.
Yeah.
People were legit worried. Oh my God, is this going to be another up and down game where we win and then, we win a great game, perfect game the night before, and then today we come back and then this is because this is the identity that, and it's kind of hard for us to say conditioned, right? I mean, what the hell, bro? 17
Yeah.
games in, how are you gonna say conditioned? But unfortunately, I mean, we only have on the games that we have to go on, and we kind of feel,
I
damn, the
mean,
game may drop this game, right?
we always have, for some reasons, for some freaking reason, since he went to Tampa, we've been having issues with Ovaldi. We can't hit him. But we just got to chip away, make him throw a lot of pitches, and I feel like the Yankees' approach today did just that. Obviously,
Yeah, I mean, I love their approach at the plate today. I think that they didn't get to him early, but they did make him throw some pitches.
yeah, that
But Evaldi's up there pumping strike. I don't know what it is about the Yankee uniform, but he just gets up for the Yankees, bro.
yeah.
Whatever, Evaldi, man.
God, I hate that guy.
You know what? I can't even. I don't know if I think I hate him because he's a Red Sox, but I don't hate him as a person because when he was a Yankee, he was a good guy and all that stuff. So
Yeah, but he didn't. I mean, he didn't really. He's like a lower scale version of Carl Pavano. Like
well,
he just
I
didn't.
wouldn't even put him that bad. I mean, at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
he
I
did,
would.
and he
I
had
would.
better ability than Carbovano.
He
He
did,
throws
but it's just that it just never worked out. He never had control of his pitches. Yeah, and then he ended up getting hurt, Tommy
the
John,
thing
and
with
all
him,
that.
he did. I mean, he did have control, Chris. The thing about him is just that he would give up these little bleeder hits, right?
Doinks, the doinks.
Exactly. And he added the cutter to his credit. He added the cutter, and that's getting people off of his fastball. But that cutter, hey, I wish he had it with us, bro. But you throw 99 and then you're throwing that cutter, that's tough, bro.
Not
It
for
is tough.
nothing. I mean, having an Eovaldi as part of the roster would have been great, but
Yeah,
whatever.
Judge had a rough night against Evaldi, man. But even still, Judge always doing something positive, at least in in the case of even being out there just defense or things like that. But it's just people don't need to give him pitches to hit, bro. Other people around the lineup have to do it, and they did. They did today, but it did not start the way that we wanted. And we've been killing Hap, man. This is a big start for not a big start, right? But because he was going to get his next start anyway. It's not like he was in danger of losing his damn start. So I don't want to say big start, but I think it was big for him because
Mhm.
he wants to get going, right? Everybody that signs a contract doesn't want. That's what people. It kills me when people tell me, "Oh, Severino signed that contract and he wants to be." Who wants to be injured, bro? Nobody wants to be injured.
Everybody wants to play. Come on, man. Stop.
Everybody wants to prove their
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 worth.
worth, their medal. You know what I mean? They want to be able to do that. And Hap, he was feeling the pressure. He was joking, with CC before, which we may have killed him, for that. But, it's good that he wasn't like kind of sulking because if he would have been Sonny Gray, he would have been sulking somewhere and brooding and crying and oh my god,
Jeez.
woe is me. I don't. By the way, don't mention Sonny Gray to me anymore. Oh, he's doing well with the Reds. Of course he is because there's no pressure over there. Nobody cares.
Well, he did get smacked 3 runs today by AJ Pollock, a home run.
Okay. Well, anyway, good. Anyway, so it didn't start the way that he wanted. Paxton, of course, he's been getting destroyed on his fastball, his four-seam fastball.
Yeah.
Which on his fastball itself, and I got the numbers here. Who was it that tweeted that? It's probably Katie Sharp because I mean, who else is going to be giving these kind of numbers? But
Highly possible.
yeah, I mean, we have coming into this game, he actually, I think they had like an 860 OPS against his
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to get the
He's
actual
he's
numbers
he's
here.
allowed a homer in every game so far.
Yes.
He's allowed a homer in
And on his
every
four-seam
game.
fastball too, right? So he needed to incorporate other things, and he did today. His pitch splits were different, where
Mhm.
he wasn't throwing as much four-seam fastball. He was doing other things. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
it's
that
in.
at
Go ahead.
least it was Joe Sherman, actually.
Joe
Sherman said
Sherman.
opponents were slugging 813 against
There
Hap's
you go.
four-seam fastball coming into this game. Martinez home run was the fifth, actually, that Hap has surrendered on this pitch this season.
Yep. So I mean that's it. So I mean, but the way that game started was not what you wanted. JD Martinez hits a homer in the first into Monument Park, and
Mhm.
then in the bottom of the second, Vasquez, who has perfected that short porch, which whatever, short porch giveth, and the short porch
You
taketh,
can't
right?
say shit, Red Sox fans. You can't say shit.
Short porch giveth, short porch taketh, and you know what? In that bottom of the second inning, Yankees are down 3-0, and I am cursing out Hap. I'm like, what the fuck, Hap? And maybe I don't know what it is. I said, I said, this fucking sucks, Hap. Now we're 2 for 2 with this situation. Because I don't know if he went into the clubhouse and read my tweet. Okay.
He definitely made some adjustments,
Some adjustments he
and
did.
one of the things that got me really angry about the JD Martinez home run is that that was after 2 outs.
Well, yeah, the 2 out
Yeah,
hits, right? Those are the ones that hurt.
yeah.
But the bottom of the 4th inning and the redhead is on fire. Okay. This
Jesus.
guy is on fire, man. Gets an RBI double, but then the Yankees don't do anything else, but at least they get 1 run, get that 0 off the board.
Mhm.
3-1 Red Sox. Hap, I said I was doing the stream today, Chris, and we had so much fun. We had a blast from that stream. It was about 160 people on there. We were, it was great. We had a blast, man.
Yeah,
We
I
had
got
a
there a
lot
little
of
late.
fun.
I got there a little late.
Yeah,
That was
so it was really fun. If you guys haven't already, make sure when I am streaming, guys, turn on the notifications to my YouTube channel, because when I'm streaming, we go on there, we watch the game together, and we
yeah.
end the streaming. You know what I mean? So
It
it's fun as hell. It's a good atmosphere. We, just a whole bunch of Yankee fans talking, and
it's like watching the game in, like, a movie theater, like, we're all just
exactly.
there
So was
just
something like
chilling.
that, right? The movie theater baseball. But anyway, Hap rebounds nicely. And I said it's important and imperative that he holds the Red Sox at 3 and give
Yes.
us some shutdown innings to give the Yankee offense a good chance to get Evaldi, who they weren't hitting, out of the game. And even that run that they got off of Evaldi was unearned. So the Yankees, I want you to guess who the hell made the error. Of course, Eduardo Nunez.
Yeah, it was Eduardo
Eduardo Nunez
Nunez.
made the dead man, right? But anyway, at that point in time, you're looking like, okay, let's get this guy out of the game and let's work on that bullpen who sucks. And they proved it again today.
Yes, it did.
But anyway, Hap, kudos to you, bro. Because if we give you shit, we gotta give you credit. 6 and a third, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. They were all early. You had 2 go for balls that you gave up. 1 walk, 4 Ks on 84 pitches. Great job. You can do that for me any day of the week.
Less homers though.
But even if he gives up 3 runs, Chris, and he gets me into the 7th inning, I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
Right? Because the Yankees up to that point have played a clean game also.
they did.
They are playing a good game on defense. No errors charged, of course. And of course, there were some plays between Voit and Hap and things like Hap tried to throw it through his legs and threw it over Voigt's head, and Voigt's like, "Come on, bro! Like,
Yeah,
what the hell?"
he tried to do that Mark Burley first game
Burnley
of the
said, yeah,
season.
exactly. And
But Torres had a little. He couldn't pick up a ground ball cleanly for Ottavino. Was it
yeah,
Ottavino?
it was a for Ottavino. That was a base hit. That was kind of a tough play too. It was like one of those in betweeners,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, great job out of Hap. But the Yankees, like I said, played a clean game, and the Pen came in and did their job. Right? They did their job. Penn was, to me, they were good. They weren't great because we have to, include Ottavino's situation in there. I just love the fact that he was still able to not, it's the big first, it's the big Yankee Red Sox series, his introduction to it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's probably pumped up. Also, Canely came in, by the way, before him.
I'm so happy for Canely, man.
Did a good job. He allowed, off the back, allowed a stolen base because he didn't pay attention to the runner, or didn't pay attention to Devers at first, which sucks.
Yeah,
And the
it
Yankees
sucks.
got killed for that against the White Sox when they stole a whole bunch of bases on the Yankees, where
Mm-hmm.
they caught them sleeping. So I was upset about that. Ground ball gets Devers to third. Now you're looking at it like, shit, it's 2 outs. Canely works out of that, no problem. Great job, Canely. Nice to see him throw 97 miles per hour.
Man, 98 actually he hit.
97, 98. He's
Yeah.
pumping it in there, bro. I love that.
Yep. So
He can
happy, man.
take this bullpen to another level when Dylan comes back.
He can, man. I'm telling you, he can.
And I hope
He's-
Dylan comes back and has no issues and is Dylan, is the Dylan that we know. So the killer bee.
Joe Harvey could, he got us right now. So
Yeah, he got us in there. So
take
it's
your
good.
time. Take your time, Batanzas.
Exactly.
Get healthy,
exactly.
come back.
We just
Joe
gotta
Harvey
get
got us.
we gotta get Chad Green right. We gotta get
Yeah,
him consistent and right.
Yes.
Ottavino with 2 outs, gets 2 outs and then allows 2 hits and a walk to load the bases,
Now
and
what
then
you
gets
want.
out of trouble and gets Eduardo Nunez to fly out. No harm, no foul. Chapman comes in and looks disgusting. Looks very nice, very precise. They started to
So
put up
nasty.
that fucking Devers home run from 2017 where he hit that 103 mile per hour fastball.
Yeah, they did.
A lot of people, and some people know me a little bit for that, for my reaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
but they put that up, and John Boy actually said, "I don't even know if you could show that clip without putting up Joe's," but
It's like
so it's funny. But
that's true.
the pen was good. 2 2/3, 2 hits, 1 walk, 3 Ks, to then shut down the game. Red Sox pen, sorry, you guys suck, because in this game, the hugest hit of the game, Chris, and of course the pen did their job. Gardner. Oh my God, I
Guardy,
lost my shit. Guardy B, okay,
Cardi B.
and people were it's starting to stick, bro. It's starting to stick. Guardy B with a grand slam, bro. Short porch, and I don't care, for his 100th career home run, Chris. Milestone blast to basically win the game for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Brazier, who I cannot stand, Chris, because of his neck. My neck. Like he got his neck like to the side and shit like that. I don't know what's going on. Bases are loaded. Gardner's up. This guy's neck for some reason is twisted, but I know that he has whiplash now because he has to look over that over that short point. He turned that neck so fast, bro.
Bro, I couldn't stop screaming. That was an amazing moment. And I've been gunning from Guardy basically all year.
Mhm.
So to see that on an 0-2 count.
One thing, Gardner's career with the bases loaded was great. I mean, he's batting, I think it's over like 350 with the bases loaded, and he has the. You know what it is with Gardner? And a lot of people like to kill him, and you know what? Even we kill him. What it is with Gardner, Chris, when he's going through the shit, you don't want to see it, but the guy gets a lot of big hits, man.
He does.
In big situation, gets a lot of big hits. You always, the one at bat that defines Gardy to me, 2017.
Yep.
Game 5 against ALDS, against the Cleveland Indians. The Yankees need win or go home game. Gardner puts together one of the toughest and it's giving me chills right now, Chris, just talking about it. Gardner puts together one of the toughest at-bats that you will ever see.
Top 10.
Yankees win that game. They don't win that game without Gardner.
Nope. People forget.
There were a whole bunch of situations. Gardner is a clutch guy that his heart, let's just put it like this. His heart beats slow, but he has a lot of heart. That guy plays with a lot of heart, man. So we love that guy. Love Clint, of course, and we'll figure out what happens when Giancarlo comes back and Hicks comes back or whatever. That's for another day, another podcast. But Gardner, great job. He's a player of the game for that game because of what he did. Was able to then come back, shock the Red Sox and their damn bullpen, who thought that they don't need Kimbrel. But you know what? I hope somebody else finds Kimbrel, by the way, before they start thinking about it. Like, hey, let's maybe sign.
None of my business either way.
But it's great. It was a great 2-game series. I loved it. Loved the way that the Yankees played. Loved the way that they didn't quit. Loved the way that they pitched. Loved the way that they came back. Loved that
hits.
Yes, the 2-out hits. Love the way that they're creating that grit, that identity, man, that you fall in love with the team about.
Bunning runners over. I mean, just 2-out hits, a defense.
They have to
the
do
bullpen. We were basically shitting on the bullpen not so long ago. They've been, for these past few games, they've been on they've been on it.
Yeah, so I like it. Like I said, we just got to get Green going. Once we get Green going, you know what I mean. Then we have, you need just the bullpen just needs to become, just get lathered into the season. That's what they needed. They're going to be that pen. It was just frustrating earlier when they're blowing these leads. Yankees had the most amount of leads before, going into this series, and giving it up. But if the Yankees can be able to right that part of the ship, which is their strength, able to then steady their starting pitching, which is great. Now we got CC back. Of course, Hap looks like he's going in a positive direction. We're starting to get people back. Gary Sanchez expected to come back in this Sunday. Guys, while we went through all of that shit, adversity, we're 8-9. And if we win one more game, we're 9-9, back in that same situation that we were last year, where the Yankees started 9-9 and then won 100 games.
Joe, would you say that we are turning a corner?
I would say that we are turning a corner, my friend. Of course.
Yes, we are.
I think I might have to make a shirt. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
make a turning the corner shirt.
turning the corner. Yep.
I gotta make that. But anyway, guys, I mean, let us know what you guys think about this series. Let us know on the at Pinstripe Strong, or hit us up on Twitter or anything like that. Oh yeah, who's your disappointment for the series, Chris?
Is there one? I feel like everybody contributed somehow, some
It
way,
did
shape, or
feel like
form.
everybody did contribute.
I
I feel like we
mean,
gotta kind of change.
I was it was about to be Mikey T if he didn't do anything, and he basically showed us. Who else? Guardy did his thing. Frazier's on freaking fire. DJ LeMahieu, I guess LeMahieu didn't really do much today, but he did his thing in the first game, so I can't,
Just
you know
so,
what I mean?
yo, how about Voight, man?
Voice, he's
No,
been
not
doing it
for disappointment, but how good he's been secretly. Why is he
secretly.
hiding? It
I
feels
mean,
like he's hiding his productivity. He's like
he
he's been
like
like real good.
like you say, he's been an enigma. Like that guy, he just comes here, does what he has to do, and just goes home, man. He doesn't he doesn't mess with anybody,
Yeah, this
doesn't
guy.
bother anybody, he just does what he does. And it's crazy because you can look at him and say, like, Luke, what have you done? And then you look at his numbers, it's like, oh, okay, I'll shut up. He's been amazing.
uh, uh, Chris, I mean, he leads the Yankees with 15 RBI, and I mean that's what. Let me see. Santana has 24. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's top 8 in RBI in the American League.
And today was his 28th straight game
King Louis
on
Voigt,
base.
King Louis Voigt.
King Louis. Well, I guess the I could say the disappointment or the what did I say? The you trash player.
Oh,
the
Christian
pin
calls him the U Trash
the
player of
pinstripe strong you trash
the give
player
it to
of
him.
the series. Or just you trash because they're not really players. I label the training staff, the medical people, like, what are you doing?
Medical people.
Like, what are you guys doing, man? Like you guys are horrible, horrible, horrible with these. Like, you're not doing anything for these players. They go in with one injury, come out with another.
Damn, I don't know who I'm gonna give it to.
So yeah, those are my guys. Pick, pick it up.
I mean, who the hell am I pick? I mean, Glaber had. Let me see. Am I going with Glaber? He had a homer.
Yeah, he had a homer. I mean,
Remember?
I mean, we were 7-0 by that time. Like, he just padded the lead. But he is still a homer. He got, what is it? He got 4 homers so far this season.
Yeah, I guess I could go with Rome. We have to pick somebody here, guys. I don't know who to pick, so I guess I'll pick Romine. He had 1 hit, right? And I guess he looks a
Yeah.
little feeble at the
No,
plate, but
I mean, he
he
caught a
his job is just to catch, and
yeah, his
that's
job is just to catch. He caught a
figure
great
it out.
game with
That's it,
Paxton,
man. I
caught a
mean,
great game today with Hap. I wouldn't
yeah,
give
I
it
mean
to
it's
Roman. We'll put it on Twitter.
yeah. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll put it on
Let me
Twitter.
know. Let me know who you guys think is the disappointing or the you trash performer of the series.
Yeah, you trash.
I got Ugats. Uh,
And I got the medical staff.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, guys, it was fun. This is a fun series to watch. Off to the next series. This is where you can start to turn the corner, of course, because we have Kansas City rolling in right now for a 4-game set, which
Yep.
I'm going to 2 of those games, Chris.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to be pretty cool. And then, guys, there's not another day off, like I mentioned earlier, until the 29th of the month. So the Yankees have a tough road ahead. It's great that they got the pitching that they did. They saved the pen for the most part, and we're able to go on to the next series. But Chris, do you have anything that you want to say?
Yes, a couple things actually. Things to look forward to in this series. And number one, they do run. They got Billy Hamilton there, so we got to take a look at that. See how the Yankees respond. Because obviously Sanchez is down, so we got
Mhm.
to see how they respond. Jacob Junis, if you remember, that was the
That was
guy
the guy
that
that hit Judge, man.
hit
You
Judge.
got a homer on him, Judge. You got to.
Yeah, 4 for
Homer.
4, 6 RBIs, just demolished that guy.
Got to do it.
Yep, and also see how the Yankees, continue the success,
Let's see
continuing,
if they can continue playing. My thing is
yeah,
that with the Yankees, you're not going to win every game. Just play a clean brand of baseball.
yes,
Don't give up yourself. Don't give up, extra runs, extra base runners, extra hits, things like that, walks, things like play a clean game. And I know it's easier said than done, but just the defense or the follies or the outs on the bases, those things have been cleaned up a bit, you know. So hopefully we don't have them going forward, and hopefully the Yankees didn't just get up for this series because it's the Red Sox, and then like they did so much last year, and then kind of get down against
Yeah,
Kansas City.
exactly.
We got to take these teams serious, and we got to go out there. It's a 4-game set. Let's not look to split. Let's look to win that series.
Yeah, and come on, guys, it's Homer Bailey tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Just kill
I mean,
this
his
guy.
name is
His name is
Homer.
Homer. His name is
Come
Homer.
on, man. That's the
It's
worst
in his
name for a
name.
pitcher.
It's in his name.
Oh my God, what a horrible name. You know what's a good name for a pitcher? Holder.
Yes. See,
Jonathan
Holder.
Look out for
Holder
Holder.
Bailey. Yeah, Holder Bailey would have been better.
Or how about Jonathan Holder? I want to root for that guy in this series. I want him to do well too.
Yeah, I want Holder to do well, Green, everybody to do well. So let's get it. Let's keep it moving.
But anyway, guys, rate and review the series 5 stars. Thank you so much, as you're going to be able to help us build even more, man. Great series today. Swept the damn Red Sox up out of here, out of Yankee Stadium. And let's keep on building that culture of playing clean baseball. All right.
Let's get it.
Yes. Like I always say, guys, make sure you guys keep the pinstripes on, keep them strong. Let's go, Yankees.
Tell them, Noah.
Woo!